The story of a teacher and his legacy. In 1950, a legend was born, Charles Jeffrey Metzger. As a young boy, Jeff loved a challenge. He loved most sports and played them fiercely with no fear. Jeff's physical education teacher in 4th grade noticed his aptitude for gymnastics and encouraged Jeff to join the school's stunting team. He was later part of the men's gymnastics team at Woodward, and when he graduated, he decided to continue gymnastics at the University of Cincinnati. While Jeff was recovering from a broken leg that ended his gymnastics career, his gymnastics coach called him regarding a dance school that needed a tumbling coach. Though he had not spent much time around children, and he didn't really understand them, he discovered a love of teaching through his experience. While working as a gymnastics coach at a local YMCA, Jeff said he found himself wanting more teaching time, and more for his athletes. It led him to begin a rudimentary gymnastics club in a one-room church on Kemper Road. When he opened the Kemper Center, Jeff thought of it as a pilot project. He began planning for a real gymnastics school. In January of 1975, Jeff took a leap of faith, rented a building, took on a partner, incorporated, and made teaching gymnastics his full-time job. In 1976, Jeff coached his first athlete at nationals. Her name was Susie Schreier. Competitions were a little different back then, but a true pioneer, Jeff helped to found the Indy Okie Regional Gymnastics League, which led to larger meets and allowed teams from Columbus, Louisville, Muncie, Lexington, and more to participate in hosted meets throughout the year. As the stagflation crisis of the 1970s grew, Jeff decided to buy property. After surveying a property nearby, he purchased land and proceeded to build the first custom gymnastics school in the country. Something you may not know is that Jeff sold spring floors. He began experimenting with springs for the tumble floor at his new location. Jeff created a way of overlapping plywood for the floor system. Again, a true pioneer. As Queen City hosted meets, other gyms wanted to use the same system. Jeff began to market his flooring system nationally. These floors helped him make contacts across the gymnastics world, which began to make Jeff visible in the industry, and he became a prominent name in gymnastics. It also gave him the capital to invest more into the growing Queen City gymnastics. Jeff was also leading the way with programming in his era. Queen City offered at the time what was referred to as a modified gymnastics program for small children. At that point, the preschool gymnastics program wasn't doing so well. The program was completely skill-oriented, and he redesigned the nature of the program to help all kids with gross motor skills, spatial awareness, and social skills. We've all heard Jeff say it, but Kids First really is the house that Tumblebees built. Heading into what was affectionately referred to as the Brown Box era, Jeff stepped down from his head coaching position and began to shift his focus onto the business. The Brown Box was 3 times larger than Jeff's previous building, and when he added a 6,000 square foot addition in 1988, it allowed him to have a children's sports facility that not only included gymnastics, but now offered activities including dance and martial arts. The 6,000 square foot expansion also included a conference room, which allowed Jeff to begin holding business teaching conferences. He thought about how he could share his business knowledge with industry associates. He considered franchising. However, he felt that the relationships were the greatest determinant of a business's success, and he wasn't sure how to franchise that part of a business model. He instead decided to create a total immersion seminar for entrepreneurs. Since the first boot camp in 1991, Jeff has hosted 70 seminars and educated small business owners on 6 continents. A new era. After diversifying the programs, Jeff set out to make a greater version of the Brown Box a reality. He began to plan and design the largest children's sports facility in the country. On April 6, 1998, the doors of Kids First Sports Center opened with an enrollment of 2,295 students. With a new location and a new building, Jeff looked to rebrand the business. An article from the Cincinnati Enquirer gave him the inspiration. He He said, "We want to create an opportunity for kids to become champions, but never at the expense of the kid, the person, or the individual. Kids first, sports second. That's my philosophy." Just like that, Kids First Sports Center became a reality. As the business has grown and grown and grown, we've always stayed true to our principles. That's what sets us apart. Jeff understood early on that he had to put into writing what the company had been doing right for so many years so that it could be perpetuated. It was important to have an instructional philosophy that connected the curriculum, principles that applied to all instruction, whether you were teaching a cartwheel, a back float, or a layup. The Kids First value system is comprised of our mission, our 7 unifying principles, 11 teaching principles, and our 7 hiring mantras. And it has guided us through economic recession, global pandemics, and continues to drive us every day as we move our business forward. Though the leadership has changed, the smooth transition is a testament of Jeff's dedication to creating a company rooted in principles. Well, that's it. Our first 50 years of history. And with our mission to create happy, healthy, responsible adults, and our high goal to do great things for kids, we will continue to drive this ship forward. Thank you to the captain of our ship, Jeff Metzger, for guiding us through 50 years of an amazing history. What the captain built, we will continue to sail. We are Kids First.